Welcome back to my channel. Matthew here. In today's video, I'm going to break down the cost of this kitchen remodel and let you know how much you would get charged to remodel a kitchen like this. Now, kitchen remodels can be pricey. For me in particular, since I'm an investor, I seek out the best prices. And so what I got charged for this kitchen may not be what you get charged for this kitchen, because usually you're going to a contractor that specializes in kitchen remodels and they know that you're planning to live there, right? For me, I'm going to the best price possible and also to find quality craftsmanship for a kitchen remodel. For this kitchen remodel, it was an extensive job for me because we broke down walls and we decided to move plumbing and electric. So this kitchen was totally gutted, essentially to the studs. Like, we even took out the drywall that's behind all the kitchen cabinets and we replaced a lot of that. I'm going to start off by letting you know how we opened up this space. So before, there was a wall separating the living room and the kitchen, and also a wall along right here separating the dining room from the kitchen. And so we decided to break those two walls down. And also for demolition, we decided to take out all the flooring and take out, like I said before, some of the drywall. Now, the cost for that, the thing is, for me, my contractors, they gave me one big price for the demolition. And so I'm going to try to estimate as much as I can how much that portion was applied to this kitchen. Demo, it was pretty expensive because this was a hoarder house and I had to get dumpsters, and those cost money, and plus for labor to taking out all the trash. So for example, demo cost a total of like $7 grand for this house, and that included the kitchen. But this portion of the kitchen, I'm going to apply around $750 for demo for this kitchen. That includes taking out the drywall, also scraping the popcorn ceiling and taking out all the old kitchen cabinets, all the old appliances, and all of that. All right, so now I want to talk about drywall and paint. The whole interior home was freshly painted, and my contractors, they charged me around $2.50 for the labor for paint. And so this is around 2,000 square foot. So painting this whole interior house cost me $5,000, and that's only labor. And I had to buy the paint, and that was maybe another $2 grand, $2,500 for this portion of the house, which includes the drywall repair that we done in this house and the paint. I'm applying another $750 for the walls. Now let's talk about flooring. As I stated before, my contractors, they gave me one big price for flooring, and so I'm going to apply a portion of the kitchen and just try to guesstimate. So flooring, my contractors, once again, they charged me $2.50 per square footage. And so they charged me $5,000 to install new flooring. And that also included them fixing the subfloors. So the flooring underneath the LVP flooring. Because there was porcelain tile on the kitchen floors, I had to take that out, but the subfloors for some reason was a different height than all the other floors because there was wood. And I guess when they installed it, they put different subfloors to match the same height as the wood floors. And so we took out that portion and we installed new LVP floor. So the flooring in and of itself was around $750. The next thing I'm going to talk about is plumbing. Now, plumbing, we did a ton of extensive work on plumbing on this kitchen. So one thing that we did was there used to be a wall right here along the side of this kitchen. So even when you walked into the front door, you just saw a wall. So I took that wall down, but by this wall was the kitchen sink, so the plumbing fixture. So there was a hole in the ground right here, and that supplied water to the kitchen sink. Also, the fridge wasn't right here. The fridge was in the corner, and that's where the ice maker is. They didn't have a dishwasher, so I had to do plumbing for a dishwasher, to move the sink, and also to move the ice maker and the plumbing for the fridge. And all of that, it can get pricey. So labor alone for all that was around $1,500 for this kitchen. So now let's talk about lights, my electric bill for this kitchen. So as you see here, we have 2 pendant lights that we added to this kitchen. We also added 2 recessed lighting to this kitchen. We added outlets across the perimeter of the kitchen, and my electrician also had to make sure we had places for the dishwasher, the stove, the microwave, and the fridge. And so once again, my electrician, he gave me one big price to add recessed lighting throughout this whole house and do other electrical things on the exterior of the house. So for this portion of the house, they charged me around $750 for the electrical work on this kitchen. Now let's talk about the kitchen cabinets. So I went the route of going through a RTA store. RTA stands for Ready to Assemble. And these are cabinets that you can find online, and they're actually real wood cabinets. And so they come in like a packet, and you have to assemble the doors, you have to assemble the box of the cabinet. The reason I went this route is because I wanted quality kitchen cabinets. I could have went to these big box stores and got particle board cabinets off the shelves, but I wanted something to look nice and to last a long time. This route is perfect for this property, and the good thing is that they're not that expensive, right? It's not like I'm going to a custom kitchen remodeler or contractor. And so kitchen cabinets for this island and for all the perimeter uppers, the perimeter lowers, and to also extend the kitchen island, because I had to extend it. So we have base kitchen cabinets on the bottom of this island, and then I added some fillers on the side to extend the island and to place the countertops. So all the kitchen cabinets material cost me around $6,500. Talking more about the kitchen cabinets, that was just the cost for the materials of the kitchen cabinets. Now the cost for the install that my contractor charged me was $2,300, and that was to assemble everything that you see here. So the kitchen cabinets and also the molding that came with the kitchen cabinets. This kitchen island had to be installed and cut and everything, and so they charged me $2,300 for that. Now the handles that you see on the kitchen cabinets, I went slightly different. So I went with kitchen cabinet knobs for the uppers, and for the lowers I went with handles, just to add some contrast and a different look to the overall aesthetics of this kitchen. So the handles itself cost me around $150 that I got from Amazon. And so that's another pro tip. If you want to get kitchen handles and hardware, you can look on Amazon, and they're actually more affordable than these big box stores that you can go to. And they're actually good quality handles. Like, they have some heaviness to it. It seems like it has good quality. So $150 for kitchen handles and knobs. Now, talking about the lights once again, I just want to mention that each of these lights cost me $150 each, so $300 total for these pendant lights. Now, recessed lights, I had to buy material also for all the lights, and that ran me around another $20 each for each of the recessed lights. So that's $40 for the recessed lights. Now, for the kitchen countertops, I could have went with granite, I could have went with some wood or another type of Formica material, but I wanted to really go more high end with this remodel, so I went with Quartz countertop, and that's what's trending right now. And so this is a Calcata Auroras type of material. That's what the installer told me. And the beautiful thing about this is that it has this beautiful gray and gold veining. So the gray kind of matches with the stainless steel appliances. It matches with just the faucet also. And then you have the gold that matches with the overall warm neutral theme of this kitchen, of the whole aesthetics of this home. So it matches with the brass, antique brass that you see on the pendant lights and also on the different hardware on this property. So before, on this kitchen, they had 2 big windows, and so we wanted to enclose the space just to create more storage for a potential buyer. And so that's what we did. So taking out those 2 big windows and installing 1 window, this extra window cost me an extra $200. And that was included in the cost also of installing windows throughout this whole house. So that was around $200 for the install and the materials and everything like that, around $200 to $250. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the backsplash. So I was actually debating whether I wanted to extend this countertop all the way up, but that would have been an extra $2,000, and I already spent $4,000 on these countertops. So I just went a little bit more fancy with the backsplash, and these backsplash cost me around $430 for the backsplash, and it extended all the way up to the ceiling. I went with this stack look, so just stack horizontal look just right above each other, just to create more of a modern look to it. And so the install for the backsplash was $550. So $550 for the install, and then $430 for the materials, and that included the grout and everything else. And then next I want to talk about this beautiful faucet that I got. I actually got it from Home Depot, and it was $100, and I think it looks really great in this kitchen. It's a different color hardware than the antique brass handles that you see in this kitchen, but it still works with the overall aesthetics of this kitchen. The other thing I want to talk about is the shelves. So I added shelves just to break the look, the consistency look of the cabinets, and just to create a space that somebody can put art up, or they can put some decorative items here to add to the look of this kitchen. And so I got these off of Amazon, and this cost me $100. With the kitchen appliances, I went with stainless steel, but I made sure I got a really good quality brand, and so I went with Frigidaire. To me, it seems really good quality, and it's stainless steel, but it was like smudge proof. So it's not as shiny as some of the stainless steel. And so it has a little bit of a matte look, which I prefer a little bit better. So appliances included the fridge. That was the bulk of the cost. I have the over-the-range microwave, the range, and then the dishwasher. And that total package cost me $4,500. And that included them coming out and installing everything. So they had to drill holes in the wall to install this microwave. They had to attach the dishwasher to the plumbing, and also attach the ice maker and the plumbing for the fridge. So that was $4,500. Now, there are different ways that you can save money. A lot of remodelers, flippers, they don't include the fridge, but I told myself whenever I flip a home, I want to include a fridge, because I don't like, if somebody's buying a house, it not to include a fridge. But if you want to do that, if you're flipping a house, you don't have to include a fridge, because honestly, that's like half the cost of the whole appliance package. So this fridge probably costs between $2,000 and $2,300. And so that would have saved me that amount of money. But I decided to buy that, and I think it looks better on photos, you know, and it attracts more buyers. Now, talking about the appliances once again, when I initially installed the backsplash, it went all the way up to the cabinets. And so the installers came in and they were like, oh no, you can't do that. And so my backsplash installer had to actually come back here and remove some of the backsplash. So you can technically drill into the backsplash, but it's actually better just to drill into the wall that's behind the backsplash. And so that's what we did. I had to call my installer, he came back, and then Home Depot, they came back and installed this over-the-range microwave. Now, before I reveal the final price of everything, I want to talk about ways that you can save money on your kitchen remodel, whether you are a flipper like myself or you're remodeling your own kitchen. Now, for house flippers, one thing is just materials, right? Getting different type of materials. Maybe you don't have to go with quartz countertop. Maybe you can go with granite or Formica for your kitchen remodel. Or maybe you can go with no backsplash and just have a painted wall, or have a little bit of a backsplash with the countertop, like the 4-inch backsplash, and that's about it. Other things that you could do to save money is that you can go with particle board cabinets. I didn't have to extend the island as much. I could have just had a kitchen cabinets, base cabinets right here, and then a slight overhang with the countertops, right? I didn't have to extend it, and I didn't have to make it this large. I could have made it smaller. The kitchen appliances, I didn't have to include a fridge, or I could have went with another brand to save money. Other things that I could have done is I didn't have to probably install recessed lighting here. I didn't have to install this. I could have put just one light in the kitchen, or maybe one pendant light and one recessed light here in the kitchen. Now for homeowners, all of that is true for you all, but if you want to save money, you have to essentially be your own contractor. You have to be your own investor. So you have to seek out labor yourself. You have to seek out the different materials yourself. Because if you go to a kitchen remodeler, they're going to have everything for you. And if you want that, if you want that type of service, that could work for you because they have everything. You don't have to go pick out, oh, I need this type of kitchen cabinets, or I need this color, or I need that. They'll just have maybe a pamphlet for you to choose, and then you choose. But if you go that route, your cost is going to be maybe twice or even 3 times as much as it did for me for this total big project. All right, now let's talk about how much I spent on this kitchen remodel. So total, adding up the demo, the paint, the scraping the popcorn ceilings, all the kitchen cabinets, everything that you see, and even some of the things that you don't see, my cost for this kitchen remodel was anywhere from $26,000 to $27,000 for this kitchen remodel. And that's a good 20% of the total budget for this renovation of this whole house. So you can see a lot of money is invested in the kitchen area of a renovation because you have to make sure this is the highlight of your remodel. All right, you all, hope you all enjoyed this video on how much it costs to remodel a kitchen like this. Now, this is like essentially a $25,000 to $30,000 kitchen remodel. And this is my price as an investor trying to source the best deals. For you as a homeowner, this kitchen will run you probably between $50,000 to $60,000 for a kitchen like this. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below your thoughts.